As many of you have probably heard by now, the Intuit Mint app is closing down.
Yep.
Initially, it was said January 1st of 2024. Now, most recently, we've seen end of March, they're going to be completely closing the app and moving everything that they do to Credit Karma, which they also own.
Yeah.
But this was pretty out of the blue.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody really expected it, with the exception of one, but nobody else really did. From us recommending it in most recent videos to download Mint, it really helps for all these different things, to David Green in his latest book, adding it into as a recommendation to track your spending and your habits and all of that.
Yeah.
Everybody expected to be around for a long time.
Yeah, it's one of the most popular apps. It's not like it was failing or anything,
right?
Which is why so many people are surprised, because it had tens of millions of users, and then to suddenly come out that they're shutting down, everyone was shocked, really.
So, as always, we just roll the punches and we pivot. And so in this video, we're going to talk about 5 alternative apps, how similar they are to Mint, what they're known for, and many other categories to help you make the best decision on what app you should go with moving forward.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting, you'll spend it and be broke again.
And of course, before we jump into the meat and potatoes of this video, guys, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. We're trying to get out to as many people as possible, so we really appreciate that.
So there are 5 different alternative apps we compared, and we compared them based on how much they cost, what they're known for, some of their highlight features, how similar it actually is to Mint, the availability for automatic budgeting and linking your bank accounts, and our personal thoughts on the app after using it.
Yeah, so jumping right into the first one is Credit Karma. Now, how we kind of already talked in the beginning, how Intuit owns Mint. They also own Credit Karma, so they're trying to get everyone to move over to Credit Karma. So, diving into that.
So Credit Karma is 100% free. It's free to download, it's free to make an account, and it's free to use all its features, which is great.
Now, what are they known for? Of course, Credit Karma is known for its free credit scores and monitoring. And spoiler alert, that is one of their biggest highlighted features. But they're also advertising as having a lot of the key features that Mint has, like linking accounts, seeing transactions, seeing your balances, monitoring your net worth, tracking cash flow, and general financial monitoring. So as I just mentioned, it does have the option to link accounts, but not all accounts are supported, at least not yet. And Credit Karma is lacking a lot of the budgeting features that Mint had. On top of that, net worth tracking isn't available for all customers. And looking into what people are saying, Credit Karma is just falling a bit short of what Mint is or was. So as far as similarity to Mint, it's a bit hard to gauge. They're both owned by Intuit and trying to bring over a lot of the features, but it seems like it's just fallen a bit short in execution, and the budgeting capabilities aren't what Mint had. So maybe 80% similar, and who knows, they may flush this out more as time goes to where it becomes almost a perfect replacement of Mint, but that is yet to be seen. So just as a kind of final thoughts on Credit Karma, it's pretty obvious Intuit's just hoping that a lot of their Mint users will transfer right over to Credit Karma. But for now, you'd probably have to tie this in with some other budgeting app to really get the full features and things you're looking for if you're looking for a Mint substitute.
And I'm not exactly sure how this one's said, but going into option number 2 is YNAB, or at least that's what I say, or YNAB, or you need a budget. This one is starting off with a cost, $14.99 plus tax a month, or $99 plus tax annually. I personally don't love there's not a single free option.
Yeah.
Some people, or me personally, I would like the option to go for premium features, but I don't have to go for premium features.
Yeah, exactly.
Entice me into it, something, tease me a little bit, whoa. But no, I just like when there's a standard base app you could try. And if you want to pay for the premium, you have the option to, but you're not forced to.
Yeah.
What they're known for, they have bold claims. Their claim, they can save the average user $600 in 2 months and $6,000 in the first year. That's pretty crazy, pretty bold.
Yeah.
They're saying they can save you that much, so they're like, give me my $100. And that's why they're charging it.
You get $6,000, we'll get 100, and they're like, oh, this is perfect for you. We both benefit. Yeah.
If that's true, I could see paying $100.
Yeah, if I pay $100, I definitely want to do some savings. But that is a bold claim, because having an extra $6,000 at the end of the year, that's a big chunk of change to suddenly get from using an app. So curious to see if that really is the case. But hey, if you're charging money for it, I guess you do need to make some bold claims here.
And I will throw out the caveat or the thought that this is the only app we did not personally download.
Yeah.
This is the only one we didn't test, and we didn't pay the subscription. So we are speaking from research,
for that reason.
No personal experience.
Yeah. As far as highlighted features, they offer real-time sync, sharing your subscription, goal tracking, a loan calculator, spending and net worth reports, although it doesn't track investments and net worth to the degree Mint did, so keep that in mind. So Mint and YNAB do share a lot of features, but their depth and how they work is pretty different. But YNAB is great for budgeting.
And since the budgeting was such a big portion of Mint, we deem this similarity to Mint at 60%.
Yeah.
It's a big portion of what Mint did,
Mhm.
but it was also it's lacking the credit score, it's lacking the net worth, it's lacking the asset tracking, all of those features. So we couldn't give it too close to Mint.
Yeah. And as far as its availability to automatically budget and link your bank accounts, yes, but you are paying for this premium, so I guess you could say it's a premium feature. So just as kind of a final wrap up, our final thoughts, it is a great budgeting app. It's unfortunate that you have to pay for it and everything. It doesn't have, those few cool extra little features that Credit Karma and Mint have, but maybe this is one that if you wanted to tie along with Credit Karma, it could be nice and everything like that. But great for budgeting. So it's something you need to consider and, decide if, you're even willing to pay for an app like this.
And just decide your priority. If you're looking to, the best feature of Mint was the budgeting feature. Maybe this new budgeting app is the way to go, especially if they're saving you $6,000 in the first year. But
I'd say it's worth it if that's the case.
But if your favorite part about you've got budgeting down, and your favorite part about Mint was the credit score and all of that, maybe
cool
Credit Karma or any of those other apps that we're going to mention next are more in line with what you want. So just figure out what you liked about it, what you are looking for in the next app, and that's what's going to help you in this case. There's a lot of different options.
All right, and then going into the third recommendation that we have, or alternative to Mint, is probably the only company that seemingly knew what was going down.
They definitely did.
Yeah, they had some insider knowledge somewhere. They're like, oh, Mint's shutting down? Let's make a copy of it.
Exactly. And after all that, Rocket Money definitely sponsored us.
Yeah. And obviously we are talking about Rocket Money. Skip the name there. Being a little evasive there. But yeah, Rocket Money through Rocket Mortgage. That's, everyone's heard of Rocket Mortgage probably. This is their budgeting app, formerly known as Truebill, which you may or may not have heard of. But Rocket Money is pretty much the next Mint. That's what they're kind of going for, it seems. You may have seen some of their commercials. Yeah, I feel like as soon as you started hearing some things about Mint, you also were seeing some Rocket Money commercials popping up. The one I see the most often is talking about how they manage your subscriptions and everything. So that's one of their highlighted features. But diving into it, they do offer a free standard version, which is super nice. We appreciate when they have at least some free version. And then as far as the premium, it's honestly not too bad. It's anywhere from $3 to $12, depending on what kind of features you want. Premium features include the premium chat, cancellation concierge, some custom categories, unlimited budgets, smart savings, and more. So, you kind of get to add some more features if that is something that interests you. But the free one still offers some great things. Now, a great thing is if you already happen to be a member of Rocket Mortgage, you get premium for free.
Accidentally stumbled upon this.
Yeah.
I was trying to sign up for an account to set up this and go through the experience so we could do a true, these are the good apps, these are the bad apps on this video. And so I was making my account and it goes, oh, we know this account.
Yeah.
The premium for free. I was like, what? I gotta make sure to include that in the script. So our advice is go buy a house and you'll be
a little money hack there.
Yeah, definitely joking about
$3 to $12 a month? No, I can't do that. I'm just go buy a house.
And only use Rocket Mortgage.
Yeah. I bought a house, not with us. So get out of here.
Gotta do it again. All right, so some of the features they're known for, I'm just going to save a little time. They are Mint. They are a replica of Mint. They do the budgets, they do the net worth tracking, the asset tracking, the credit score. They do everything you can think. The calendar tells you when your bill's coming up, upcoming charges, all the same things Mint does or did. It's pretty much a replica. Instead of green, now it's red.
Yeah.
So it's all the features you know and love. If you're looking for an exact replica, you don't want multiple apps, this is going to be a good option.
So as far as being able to do the automatic budgeting and linking your accounts, yes, that is a feature. So that's why we consider it, as far as similarity to Mint, about like 95%, because it may not have all the availabilities to link every single account like Mint did. So, they're still flushing it out. Obviously, it's brand new, so it's kind of expected.
Right.
You'll work out a few bugs, add a few more features that people are talking about. So, but as far as, general features and what they're kind of seemingly going for is basically a Mint replacement.
Exactly. And like we said, they knew it was coming, so they're like, everybody loves this. Mint had millions of users. They were like, oh, this is totally gold. We're going to jump in and create the app then. And I believe, they bought Truebill and they built off of that. So they created this.
Which I don't blame them. They see a void about to appear, fill it.
Yeah, exactly. So with that, 95% because it's very, 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 very similar. But like Taylor said, they still are working out a way to link all the accounts. And I personally noticed that when I went from Mint and then I was trying to transfer just all the accounts in and log in, they were missing a good number of them. So I couldn't truly track all my assets or all my accounts or anything like that. It was a little frustrating.
Yeah.
All right, many of you might not have heard of this one, but when I was looking into the next one, I found Pocket Guard, and that was something that I'd never heard, but a lot of people talked about, and I was very interested in. So Pocket Guard, jumping into the cost, it has a free version, which is always what we like to see. Just again, you can charge for the premium features, but let me pour the app.
Yeah, let me sample the merchandise.
Yeah, exactly. Let me see if I even like it.
Yeah.
And then for the premium feature, it's $7.99 a month. Not terrible.
Yeah, not bad at all.
So what they're known for is what's called In My Pocket, or IMP, and it basically estimates your income. Then it subtracts out your upcoming bills for the month, subtracts out your financial goals. So if you want to save $100 a month, it takes that out ahead of time for you, and it subtracts your spending and budget.
Yeah.
So typically, more times than not, we look at our bank account and go, huh, $4,000 in the account. I can buy that couch, no biggie. But what they do is they go ahead and estimate all of this, take out your savings goals, because you're not doing that when you look at your bank account.
Yeah.
Take out your bills, because you're not doing that when you look at the bank account. And take out all the other things you're setting aside for, whatever you're going to spend on maybe. And then they say, look, you only have $200. You're like, whoa, well,
this is showing what you truly have. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's such a huge help for a lot of people, because again, you're not going to do that mental math. You're not even thinking about that when you're looking at your bank account.
Yeah.
So they do that for you. It is a great feature.
In My Pocket shows you just how little you have. So that can be a bit discouraging, but it is a reality that you need to have. Yeah. I lost my pocket?
Yeah.
How is this even an option? So as far as their highlight features, they have the bill payment tracker, the subscription management, great at budgeting, fraud monitoring, which is nice, spending insights, and debt repayment. All good things for budgeting, and for that pretty low premium as far as apps go, this is pretty good.
And it does a slight bit more than budgeting with the subscription tracker.
Yeah.
Which nowadays is a need, because you have one subscription.
Everything's a subscription.
Yeah, and everything keeps splitting off into a new and a new and a new. So you got to keep track, and it helps a lot. So you don't have 8, 12 different subscriptions. It'll tell you, which is awesome. So it does a little bit more than budgeting, but not an immense amount. So for that reason, we went a little bit above YNAB and a little bit below Rocket Money. So we said it's about 85% similar to Mint.
And similar to the previous ones we mentioned, as far as availability for automatic budgeting and linking your accounts, yes, you can do that. So that's always a nice feature. Taking that off your plate, just having more things automated makes things that much more easier. That's why you download an app, is to make things easier.
So the fifth and final is the one I've used the most. I believe it's the one Taylor's used the most out of all of these apps.
Yeah.
And it's EveryDollar. If you've gotten into finances or savings or debt or anything like that, you've probably heard of Dave Ramsey by now. And that's actually how I got started hearing about what I want to do, debts, credit cards, all of that. I started with Dave Ramsey. So with that, years ago, I started with his budgeting app, EveryDollar. He's known for saying you want to give every dollar a job, every dollar a mission. And so he called it the EveryDollar budgeting app. Makes a lot of sense. And the whole concept behind how to budget, I like that concept.
Yeah.
Every dollar is budgeted for. And so I like the app. It's very fleshed out. It does one thing and it does it really well. It budgets.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything else. It budgets.
Yeah.
And that's
really if you've listened to Dave Ramsey, this is probably what you'd expect the app to be like.
Because he's not going to offer credit cards.
No, he hates them.
He's not going to show all of that. He thinks credit scores are dumb.
Yeah.
You only need credit scores if you're going into debt. So he says it's not worth it. And from his perspective, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I love his budgeting app. I use it all the time. I use it for years and years. They do one thing great, so they stick with it.
Yeah. And that's not to say that, I use a credit card, this app isn't for me. This is still a great budgeting app. He's just not doing that extra credit tracking and everything because he doesn't really support credit cards. If you've listened to him, you've heard him say that plenty of times.
Right. So jumping into the categories, the cost, which we love to see, they have a basic version that's free, and they have a premium version that's $17.99 a month, or $79, basically $80 a year. So it's a little bit savings if you know you're going to use it for the full year, which is awesome.
Yeah.
A little bit pricey for just doing budgeting, but they do offer the free version that has a lot of what you need.
Yeah.
Pretty much the only thing, or the main feature for the premium is automatic linking. That's the main point.
Yeah.
So if you want $18, save that time, it's up to you. What they're known for, kind of like we said, they're strictly budgeting.
Yeah.
You budget there, and you go away. That's all you do there.
Yeah, their highlighted features, pretty much Dave Ramsey inspired budgeting and syncing accounts to making budgeting quicker. Now, given that this is pretty much a strictly budgeting app, we did knock it down a bit as far as similarity to Mint to roughly that 60% again, because he isn't a fan of credit, so there's nothing credit related and everything like that. This is budgeting.
Yeah.
That's what you're getting. You know what you're getting with EveryDollar. It's budgeting.
Yeah. So with this, yes, you can link your accounts. It is a premium feature. But our final thoughts on this, you'll probably need more than one app if you're going for more than just budgeting. So our final thoughts on all of these, what we're using, and what we came to the conclusion of. Because again, don't forget, in our videos, we're doing all of this research for our personal selves, and then we're putting it out there to you guys because we've already done this research. So first, we want to say, if there's an app we didn't mention, please let us know in the comments. We want to know about it. We want to use it. But our final thoughts, me personally, I'll probably do what I've done for a long time. stick for budgeting purposes, every dollar.
Yeah.
I'm using it for years, works great. I use it, I understand it, it's very seamless.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to like asset tracking, credit card, subscription management, bill calendar, all of those things, I'll go and move to Rocket Money. I already have a Rocket Mortgage account, so I don't have to pay for the premium.
Yeah,
I just
that
get
makes
those
it easy.
features, and it's just like Mint. So I'm going to use all of that.
Yeah.
And that's probably the combo I'm going to go with.
Yeah, I like every dollar. It's very user friendly and everything. You know, you start with just putting in your monthly income. It'll automatically give you kind of a recommended budget, and you'll adjust things. So it's just helpful to get a grasp on your whole financial situation on a budgeting aspect. Am curious to see what Credit Karma kind of builds itself into if they plan on kind of expanding and trying to become what Mint once was. So I'll do some more checking out with Credit Karma just for that tracking and everything.
Yeah.
I'm very curious. And then Rocket Money, I'm not a Rocket Mortgage member. My mortgage isn't through Rocket Mortgage, so I don't get all those free premium features and everything. But the free app itself, yeah, hey, who knows? Yeah, that'll be my money hack. You know, I got to get on. Ryan's talking about how great Rocket Money is. I'm like, well, I guess I'll go buy another house real quick. Well, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Like always, be sure to like, subscribe, share this video. We want to get it out to as many people as possible. But we really appreciate you guys. Be sure to tune in next week. We got more great content coming.
We'd love to see you in the next one.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting. You'll spend it and be broke again.